Hey everyone, SwitchDoll here. This is my reaction video of Netflix series Avatar: The Last Airbender. This video will contain spoilers, so you have been warned. Everyone knows that Avatar: The Last Airbender was on Nickelodeon between 2005 and 2008. Many fans loved the show. It was great. It was only about 2 years later, after the show was ended in 2010, there were announcements going to be 3 movies based on this show as live action. But it didn't happen after the first movie has so many bad comments about it, so eventually it was cancelled. But then Netflix announced it's gonna be a live action series based on the Avatar series. Sounds like I was both cautious and curious about this. I did read more about it, and they were going to include some new characters that was not part of the original series. And not only that, the both creators of the original show was actually part of this program, or at least the project in the beginning, but eventually left it though. But I recently had seen a little bit from this new Avatar series on Netflix. The first season is only 8 episodes. The special effects of when they're bending arts they were a little bit better compared to the first live action movie. But when they made this announcement of a live action series, I was really hesitating at first. After all, the first movie of the live action version was a complete failure. So I wondered if this was going to end up like the same way. So I don't know. But I think at least the special effects of the bending were, well, a little bit better from compared to the first live action movie. I admit to that. But after seeing this first couple of episodes, or at least some of it, it included some new characters that was not the part of the original series, which I don't think is a bad idea. I mean, just like look at the MLP series, like from back in G4 when they added new characters all the time, so I don't see that no reason. But my thoughts about the live action series was gonna be amazing. I mean, I love the original series, and I actually thought that The Legend of Korra was also good. But after I saw the first live action movie of the Avatar, I was really crushed of my hopes. Like I said, I was really hesitating when it came to this announcement of the new Avatar Last Airbender on Netflix series. This, as I said in the beginning, it will contain spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, I warn you at least. And also another thing is about that some of the characters like Ruku, Kyoshi, Kirk, previous avatars, they'd made appearance in this. But I will speak a little bit compare this from the original series and the new version. Like Ruku, in the original series, he was very serious. He destroyed the temple and came to this island with him and with his friends. But in the new version, it didn't happen. He arrived alone. Ruku wasn't that serious. He was like Aang. He was joking with Aang as like more like a little bit of serious slash goofball type. He was like Aang, almost like the same personality. Another thing is, Ruku didn't even destroy the temple. Another small thing is that Suki, little girlfriend of Sokka, have a mother appeared in the movie, or in this series. Another thing is that we also saw the first scenes of the first episodes where the Avatar wasn't even announced the same way. Yatso, his father figure, told him that. And we actually seen how when the Firebenders arrived the first Air Temple and destroyed it. I was really surprised if they actually admitted that part. But after this though, even when they came to Kyoshi Island, the first mention in this first series that Kyoshi's statue was on a wooden pole, but in the new version, it wasn't like that. It was like a small sacred temple kind. And those scrolls that Katara had, she was actually passed down by from her grandmother, not the other way that she was originally for. And the mechanist that was the father of Teo, that was refugees and had taken place their home in the Northern Air Temple. It didn't even happen in this new version. In fact, they had taken place in Omashu. I was really disappointed. I was looking forward to see the Northern Air Temples as a live-action version. And I had to also to admit that the signs of the Southern Air Temple did not match at all from the original series. I mean, compared to some of the scenes on this entire series, even that was another most surprising that in Fire Nation capital city, there were this small resistance against Fire Lord Ozai. I was really surprised that even his own daughter, Sula, infiltrated this resistance, pretended to be a peasant or something like that. Another most shocking is that this might be a little bit morbid part of the story of the show, is that both Sosin and Ozai burned people alive. It was the most shocking. They never shown that directly in the series when they're killing people. Compared to most other that, I was really stunned. And not only that, this was the most disturbing part though. That Ko, the face stealer, he made his appearance. But the most disturbing part is that since the first season, they didn't even go according to the original series. And how I mean, they mixed up several episodes in like parts of different episodes in one episode. I was really confused on board to even do that. Because they weren't even going chronically, because when Team Avatar went to Kyoshi Island, Aang was swimming in the ocean. That didn't even happen. I mean, none of that happened. And the knife that Shao used to kill in the series was actually made from material from the spirit world and was made of Avatar Kuruk. He even talked to Aang when he was in Northern Water Tribe, which originally did not even happen. So there were a lot of consisting of this entire new series that was a lot of confusing and mixed up. I mean, they literally mixed several parts of other episodes that was originally in this. Like, even yet and a few fighters appeared in Omashu. Even though I loved the original series back in the early 2000s, but after been watching Netflix Avatar the series, I was really shocked, surprised, and also a little bit confused. By mixing some of the episodes, parts of different episodes in if one single episode was really confusing. Like changing from the Northern Air Temple to Omashu, it was the most shocking. And another thing is those trials that Aang had to do while he was in Omashu with his friends, like freeing his friends from those crystals, it didn't even happen at all. In fact, it was the most shocking. There are a lot of details in this series that I was really confused. I mean, they did in fact maintain some of the original scenes from the original series based on that. But adding some new details, well, not unusual. I mean, that thought maybe to make them to making this show more excitement, entertainment, which I don't think is a bad idea. But the most of all, they're putting a lot of different parts in maybe just one particular episode, removing the Northern Air Temple from this new Netflix series to happening Umashu, it was really bad. I was really disappointed that even though the Cabbage Man made appearance in the show, only one scene, that's it. And to having all of this, well, I'm actually both in the beginning when I heard about this series, I was cautious and also about curious. But now, all I can say is I am very, very deeply disappointed. Did I like the series? No, not at all. I mean, I literally did not like the new Avatar: The Last Airbender. Even despite it maintains some original characters and added some new ones, which I don't think is a bad idea, even though the special effects of the art, the bendings, were much better compared to the first live-action movie, I agree on that, but adding some parts in different parts on different shows, like in the original when Aang went in the fire temple to talk to Ruku, it didn't even much changed. Because, as we all know, the Fire Nation soldiers was outside waiting. But in the new version, it didn't even happen. June, the bounty hunter on her riding animal, had paralyzed everyone outside, including Aang. Yeah, I was most disturbed that I had changed that part. I mean, I really have very much deep thoughts, deep expectation for the new series that mean to going exactly as the original series. But they broke my hopes for that. Will I watch all full episodes on Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender? No, I won't even do that. I really had strong hopes for this entire Netflix series was gonna be a great one. I mean, since back in the early 2000s when the original series came out, I had so many hopes for this. Even my friend Game Guy probably even liked this entire series himself. I mean, they mixed many parts in what they really had complete changes, a lot of, from small to major changes in this entire series. I mean, it really confused me. Like when Aang went to see Ruku, that scenes were also complete changes. I mean, it really strange. Even when Aang talked to Kyoshi on Kyoshi Island, which did not happen in the original series. I have to say, if this series will continue the second season, I will be quite surprised. In fact, I'm not even sure of how many loyal fans of this franchise will even, gonna watch this. And who knows if the next step would even be a live-action version of Avatar Korra series. If that will happen, I will be really surprised that they did the same thing as this new version of Avatar. So yeah, I am so deeply disappointed at Netflix series. But though, there might be fans out there actually like the series. But based on my own opinion about Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender as a live-action version, it wasn't even that good. Like I said earlier, I would not even go back to watch the full season at all. So bad it was to me. So yeah, this is my review and reaction on this video. This is Swish Diablo, over, out.